Hi gang, welcome to COP1000. Now, this course is set up a little different than it has previously been set up. It does involve a great deal of work. Now, we've got our units over here on the left. We click on it and we'll see the units listed out. At this point, I don't have it set to where you have to go do something first. I may at some point have it set to where you have to go through the entirety of Unit 0 to be able to see Units 1, 2, 3, etc. And that is a good probability that may happen in the near future. And you'll see notes explaining what it is you need to do within that unit to expose the remaining units. Course learning outcomes are a big deal in any course that I teach. This is what drives what we do. There's a list of all the outcomes that you need to understand and be able to perform these tasks and concepts between now and the end of the course. If we go into Unit 0, we see in Unit 0 we start out with an intro, and that's where we're at now. And we'll go ahead and proceed. We'll go ahead and click proceed to ELO 1000. Everybody that's in any one of my courses that deals with Blackboard and some kind of web component has to go through and take this course. It doesn't take any money or anything to do. It takes about 2 hours to go through and complete it. And you'll follow these directions, go through and register for that class. So once you've completed that, you proceed. There's a little welcome to how you will deal with MindTap and the third-party component that I have built into this course. You need to use Chrome. And not only do you need to use Chrome, but you have to enable pop-ups to be able to use that third-party software. It's accessed over the internet, and your browser, Chrome, is what you'll need to use to access it. Now, browsers are interpreters, and they interpret that web page for you. So that's why it's like having a special interpreter for a special language. Now, when we talk about having something special, this course does require you to have access to a PC. Not saying you can't use Mac for a significant portion of the work. You can. But there are tasks that you can not perform on a Mac device. And it'd be like if you only spoke Chinese or Mandarin and you were trying to communicate with somebody in South America that did not speak that language. There's going to be an issue. The same thing comes into play when we're talking about Mac and PC and software programming and development. Not every app that you see is compatible with Mac. Not every app that you see is compatible with PC. So there will be times when things only work on one, and you'll have to have access to the alternate platform. So you need to have access to a PC to perform anything, and that's using Raptor flowcharting where we run into that issue. Okay, so if we proceed, we've got introductions where you go introduce yourself. You've got a pre-course assessment you need to start, and it's not a graded item. And then here's getting used to MindTap, just like you did the ELO 1000. This gets you familiar with that third-party software. And here's some technical support should you need it. Now, we've got expectations, what to expect. We start out, it'll download a schedule for you, and it's just popped up down in the bottom for me. Depending on the course you're in, that schedule will vary. It shows you every item that you will have due, when it's due. So every assignment in the whole class will be contained in that document. Okay. As we proceed, when it comes to programming, here's expectations for programming as a whole, the different software that you'll be required to use, a little video on how to use Raptor, and a little video on how to install Python, and what the differences are between Python versions 2 and versions 3. Okay. Now, this course, as I said, is not a simple class, but I do try to make things as simple as I can for you because I don't want you stressed out in this class. I want you to stay focused on the material and go through it and exercise each step of the way. So here's Unit 1. There's a roadmap of what you're going to do, and as we come through it, we get to the next. Let's go look at the lectures. Got one lecture in here. Go watch that lecture video. This breaks it down into items that help you reinforce the skills you go through. It tells you what we were doing in here. There's the learning objectives. Here's a video, another video, and it's linking to the outside third-party vendor that I told you about previously. You'll click this and that'll actually open the book up for you and you can read that chapter. Then we've got flashcards as well as slideshow to help reinforce everything you got before between the videos and the reading. I've got a link to understanding algorithms and another link to Python programming. Okay? Both great resources. So this whole section is resources to help you understand what it is we're doing. Then we move ahead and we've got graded items. Now these are the things that you're actually getting credit for doing, or you are accountable for doing. And it will list, depending on whether you're in face-to-face or online, and this is a video for an online. You've got a discussion, coding lab, MVA, and you've actually got an exam to take. As we move through, that would expose the discussion. Get into the homework folder, and we'll drill down even further. This will open up the third-party assignment. You click it, it would take you to MindTap, excuse me. They take you to MindTap and the first assignment. Okay. Now, from there, you've also got this assignment. Now, I've got a link here, and from time to time, this link will act up. If it does, just shoot me an email. Let me know. If you will click on that link, it'll take you to the software. Let's see what it takes me to. Hopefully it doesn't act up on me this time. Oh, there it goes. It's loading. And MVA stands for Microsoft Virtual Academy. I've got a number of different things. There are videos that you'll watch, and you'll join it, create an account. Go ahead and say maybe later for me now. But you'll join it so it doesn't cost anything. And you'll see you're currently 0% complete. And you'll go through this section, General Software Development. We've got a 25-minute video, 10-minute video, 20-minute video. Do them at your own leisure. You've got a time frame when you need to have them done, but I'm not saying you have to do them today or do them tomorrow. You just need to have them done by a certain date. And you'll see that date in that schedule we talked about before. Now, once you've completed all these, just complete the assessment when you're done. It tests you on what you went through. I'm not grading you on the assessment. I'm looking at this number right here. Percentage complete. So when you capture a screenshot for this task, once you've completed them, I'll see the number there in that screenshot, and just capture the screenshot. You can paste it into Word, however you want to upload it. And you'll come in here, you'll attach it and upload it. Okay? And I'll be able to see that you got the correct percentage that you've completed it. Now, you may have multiples that you need to do within a unit. I'm only looking at the end result, percentage-wise, to see that you went through what you had to do. These are, look at it as exercising. Like a bodybuilder, weightlifter goes to the gym to exercise. That's all these are, is exercises. As you move forward into future units, say Unit 3, you'll see things that are projects, in the homework that those projects have the exercises that you did previously, like writing a modular program using flowcharts and pseudocode. It uses those concepts and you apply them. So here's the exercising, and here your project would be the get up on stage and show us what kind of weight you can lift kind of thing, if we're using that bodybuilder analogy. For each one of the exercises, writing a modular program in Python, I have a video modular programming in Python. Okay. Using flowcharts and pseudocode. Oh no, here we are, they're here. Flowcharts and pseudocode, writing modular programming. So it's exercise videos. For each of the exercises, there's a video. Okay. So I explained to you step by step how to get through that exercise, so that when the time comes and you need to perform and do the projects, it should be easy. You've done it enough times beforehand that when you get to the project, you got this. Okay? Now, one of the things I expect is if a date is set, you need to have your work in on time. If you have a question, ask it. Shoot me an email over here in course mail on the left-hand side. Say, I'm having a problem understanding this. And all too often, it's I'm having a problem with exercise, say, for example, using flowcharts and pseudocode in Python. What is it you're having a problem with? Have you watched the video? All too often, no, I didn't watch the video. I explain a lot of things in these videos. Okay, so the different things that we'll cover, I try to have videos for everything to minimize the confusion and have you wait to get a response from it. Okay. I check this course mail every day during the week, sometimes multiple times during the week. The weekend, I will check. I try to do it on a daily basis, but I do take a day off from time to time on the weekend. Okay? So ask questions early and often, and I'll see you in the rest of the course.